Vanakkam and welcome to India Through Her Inscriptions, the series where we are handpicking inscriptions to retell a story from the forgotten past. We're using inscriptions as the primary source of historic data to come up with such narratives that which explores the unknown facets of India and her citizens thousands of years back. The inscription for today is from a small hamlet in the outskirts of Chennai called as Somangalam. There in the Shiva temple is an inscription which speaks about an individual who came forward with such responsibility towards the society. Meet Tiruchura Kannappan, Thiruvegambamudayan, Kaman, Kandavanavan. That's the name of the individual. Let's call him by his first name, Tiruchura Kannappan. This gentleman, a resident of the village, who was alive during the times of 3rd Kulothunga, 13th century, is remembered at this moment for something monumental that he did. The Cholas were very particular about supporting agriculture for an occupation, were concentrating a lot on water management principles. Digging lakes, desilting the dried ones, protecting the lake by developing embankment around it were some of the favorite pastimes of the Chola kings. What started off during the early stages reached its zenith. The practice is so very successful that several rice varieties are very popular and healthy options cultivated in the Tanjavur Kaveri belt till date. They had a master plan to most parts of the country that they were ruling. No wonder they had lakes that were widened, deepened, and also desilted in most parts of their country. Here again, in this little village called Somangalam, a lake which is active till date has existed for several hundreds of years. During the 13th regnal year of Kulothunga III, the torrential monsoons weakened the embankment wall built around the lake, not in one or two places, but 7 spots. It is such a sign of danger that if the monsoon continues to be harsh like that one day, the lake might fill up, the embankment walls would break, and the water would probably flood the village. Now that's a state of severe danger. It needs immediate attention and repair to be done very fast. Maybe it involved a lot of money. And the time was very, very short, and with the time constraint in place, getting approval or fund being distributed from the central office or treasury, wherever it existed then, wouldn't have been possible. That is where Tiruchura Kannappan, a person from the village, comes forward to say, this is my village, let me spend from my pocket to protect it. So he funds the project immediately to ensure that wherever the embankment wall has cracked, was filled immediately and the village was protected. Did it get over with that? No. The next year again, the monsoons were even harsh. During this time again, there were 2 such cracks that developed, endangering the village and creating a kind of commotion amongst the people in the village. There again, Tiruchura Kannappan stepped forward and said, when I could meet 7 such cracks, 2 is no big difference. Let me again fund this project. And he paid out of his pocket and got the cracks sealed and attended to immediately, thereby protecting the village. Later, probably after the monsoons, he thought for himself. Now, last year, I was able to fix the problem. This year again, by God's will, I was able to participate in this. But what if next year, I'm not left behind with this wealth so much that I can actually support a common cause? Or what if I die? He came up with a brilliant plan. He went ahead to deposit a wide quantity of gold in the local treasury, signed a contract with them which said, the interest that is earned annually through this gold deposit goes into the annual maintenance of the embankment wall of the Somangalam lake. When there was an issue, a surprise that needs to be attended immediately, the local body at least had some money in their hand to attend to the scene of emergency immediately. A thought which would have been valid and active till date had there not been disturbances that were external. Imagine even during the change of power, such deposits that were made, records that were made, will have to be protected and handed over to the government that's coming next. Unfortunately, we faced turbulences in the administration, wars that were a surprise to our people, that such established corpuses were lost for good. Thankfully, at least the deal and the name of the individual were inscribed on something as hard and strong as temple walls. We can remember this great deal of service not once or twice, but for eternity by Tiruchurakkannappan. Tiruchurakkannappan is one such example. We have several names in our inscriptions which has gone unnoticed, but those who have thought of setting up a dharmic activity with whatever wealth God bless them with. What we have when we feel it is surplus, a part of it going into such dharmic activities is our dharma. At our own level, if every individual starts planning from their first month's salary to spend a part of it, whatever they are capable enough, towards dharmic activities, we see a clear balance that would ensure a society which is equal and well balanced. Tiruchurakkannappan's story should be remembered for times to come. An individual who thought about not just himself or his times, but about his people and worried about people who want to come hundreds of years later too. Somanatheshwara temple, this quiet temple in the outskirts of Chennai, till date echoes the name of Tiruchurakkannappan, Thiruvegambamudayan, Kaman, Kandavanavan, thanks to his dharma. If he had lived a life of comfort, wherein he ate, he slept, he enjoyed the comforts, I'm sure 900 years later, nobody is going to take the pains of remembering him. Thanks to such dharmic thoughts, that which keeps India what it is today. That finishes our narrative for the third episode on India through her inscriptions. Coming weeks, we are going to pick more such interesting stories, compare it with present day concepts, and see how our forefathers had such thoughts hundreds of years before it hit the brains of probably the brightest minds outside India. Stay tuned, please do subscribe and share the word about the series if you enjoy them. Looking forward to your support. Thank you.